Welcome to another gripping episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, where emotions run high and lives hang in the balance. Today, we delve into a heart-wrenching storyline that has viewers on the edge of their seats. In a devastating turn of events, Steffi Forrester finds herself completely shaken after receiving shocking news from her husband, Dr. John Finnegan. The message is grim and life-altering. Liam Spencer, her ex-husband and father of her daughter Kelly, has been diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor. This terminal diagnosis comes as a complete shock, leaving Steffi struggling to process what this means for Liam and their extended family. The weight of this knowledge bears heavily on Steffi's shoulders. She believes that she, given their shared history and deep connection through their daughter, should be the one to break this devastating news to Liam. The responsibility feels overwhelming, yet necessary. Steffi hopes that Liam will face this harsh reality with courage, though she knows it will shatter his world. She understands the gravity of what she's about to do. Telling someone they are dying is perhaps one of the most difficult conversations anyone could have. When Finn returns home, he confirms Steffi's worst fears. Liam's condition is indeed terminal. The mass in his brain is inoperable, leaving no medical options for treatment. This confirmation solidifies Steffi's resolve to speak with Liam immediately, believing she cannot delay any longer. The burden of this knowledge becomes too heavy to carry alone. As Steffi prepares to break the news, she watches Liam sharing precious moments with their daughter Kelly. The scene is heartbreaking, a father playing with his daughter, completely unaware that these might be some of their last moments together. Steffi, witnessing this beautiful interaction, feels her heart breaking, knowing she's about to shatter this happiness with her words. When Steffi finally gathers the courage to tell Liam the truth, the words change everything. Liam is completely shocked by the revelation. He had believed his condition was minor, perhaps requiring some medication or rest, but nothing life-threatening. The reality that he has an inoperable brain tumor that will eventually claim his life is incomprehensible to him. The diagnosis hits Liam like a physical blow. He had been making plans for the future, thinking about watching his daughters grow up, perhaps even reconciling with hope or building a new life. Now, he's forced to confront his mortality and the limited time he has left. The weight of this realization is crushing, leaving him struggling to process what this means for his future and for his relationships with his loved ones. After leaving Steffi's cliff house, Liam finds himself wandering aimlessly through the streets of Los Angeles. His mind races with thoughts about his diagnosis, his life, and what little time he has left. The bustling city around him continues as normal, a stark contrast to his internal turmoil. People go about their daily lives, unaware that his has just been given an expiration date. During this solitary walk, a bold idea suddenly crystallizes in Liam's mind. Instead of spending his final days watching his loved ones suffer as they witness his decline, he decides to leave the city quietly. He believes this disappearance will spare them the pain of watching him deteriorate and eventually die. In his distressed state, this seems like the most selfless option, to remove himself from their lives before the worst of his illness manifests. Without telling anyone of his plans, Liam vanishes from Los Angeles. His sudden disappearance sends shockwaves through both the Forrester and Spencer families. Bill Spencer, Liam's father, is beside himself with worry. Hope Logan, Liam's ex-wife and mother of his daughter Beth, is devastated by his disappearance. Steffi too is concerned, especially knowing the burden he carries. As days turn into weeks with no sign of Liam, concern grows among his family and friends. Search parties are organized, police reports are filed, and private investigators are hired, but Liam seems to have vanished without a trace. The absence of any communication from him leads some to fear the worst, that overwhelmed by his diagnosis, Liam may have taken his own life rather than face a slow decline. Finn, frustrated and angry, blames Steffi for telling Liam about his condition. He argues that perhaps they should have waited, prepared Liam better, or at least ensured he wasn't alone after receiving such devastating news. Their argument escalates as Finn expresses his medical opinion that the shock could have worsened Liam's condition, while Steffi defends her decision, insisting Liam had a right to know the truth about his own health. Steffi is consumed by guilt. She had only wanted to be honest with Liam, to give him time to make peace with his diagnosis and perhaps fulfill some final wishes. She never anticipated that he would disappear, leaving everyone who loves him in a state of panic and grief. The weight of responsibility for his disappearance becomes unbearable for her. Driven by this guilt and her deep concern for Liam, Steffi makes a drastic decision. Without informing anyone, not even Finn or her father Ridge, she decides to leave Los Angeles to search for Liam. She believes that she might be able to think like him, to understand where he might have gone in his vulnerable state. Perhaps their shared history and connection will help her find him when others cannot. Steffi's sudden departure only adds to the chaos and concern. Now both Steffi and Liam are missing, leaving their families doubly worried. This coincidental timing raises eyebrows among some in their circle. Questions begin to surface: was this really a coincidence? Or could there be more to the story? Some start to speculate that perhaps Steffi and Liam planned this disappearance together. After all, they share a complicated history filled with love, betrayal, and reconciliation. They have a daughter together and have always maintained a deep connection despite their marriages to other people. Could they have orchestrated this dual disappearance as a way to spend Liam's final days together, away from the drama and complications of their lives in Los Angeles? This theory gains traction when it's discovered that both Steffi and Liam withdrew significant amounts of cash before disappearing. Additionally, neither took their cell phones, making them impossible to track. These calculated moves suggest planning rather than impulsive decisions made in emotional moments. Hope is particularly devastated by this possibility. The thought that Liam would choose to spend his final days with Steffi rather than with her and their daughter Beth is painful. Bill Spencer, too, is hurt by the idea that his son wouldn't turn to him in his time of need. And Finn, despite his medical concerns about Liam's condition, can't help but feel betrayed if the speculation about Steffi and Liam running away together proves true. As days turn into weeks, the question remains: did Steffi truly leave to search for Liam? Or did they plan this escape together, seeking private time before his inevitable death? Perhaps they wanted to revisit their love story one last time, away from the judgments and complications of their lives in Los Angeles. Maybe they sought to create final memories for Kelly with both her parents together, a family unit one last time before Liam's passing. The mystery deepens as a hotel clerk from a small coastal town reports seeing a couple matching Steffi and Liam's description checking in under false names. Security footage confirms it's them, looking somber but determined, checking into an oceanfront suite. This discovery only fuels the speculation about their relationship and intentions. For now, their loved ones in Los Angeles can only wait and wonder. Did Steffi find Liam by coincidence? Or was this a planned escape for two people with a complicated past, seeking solace in each other during life's most challenging moment? Only time will tell what truly motivated their disappearance and what the future holds for Liam, Steffi, and all those who love them. The Bold and the Beautiful continues to explore the complex relationships and emotional journeys of these beloved characters as they navigate life's most difficult challenges. Will Liam and Steffi return to face their families? Will Liam's condition improve against all odds? Or are we witnessing the beginning of a heartbreaking farewell to a character who has been central to the show for years? As this storyline unfolds, viewers are reminded of the fragility of life and the power of love, both romantic and familial, to sustain us through our darkest hours. Whether Steffi and Liam are together by design or by chance, their story reminds us that sometimes, in our most vulnerable moments, we seek comfort in the familiar, in shared history, and in the arms of those who have known us at our best and worst. Thank you for joining us for today's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Will Steffi find Liam? Are they together by choice or by coincidence? And what will happen when their loved ones discover the truth? Tune in tomorrow as we continue to follow this emotional journey. Next, we will learn about the explosive aftermath of the infamous Il Giardino cake fight, and how the drama between Poppy and Sheila is only just beginning to simmer. As the dust settles and the frosting is wiped away, a new war is brewing, one that promises to shake the very foundations of the bold and the beautiful. The calm after the cake, Il Giardino's new reputation. Il Giardino, once known for its romantic ambience and delectable desserts, has now become the talk of Los Angeles for an entirely different reason. After last week's unforgettable altercation, the restaurant's staff are still scrubbing frosting out of the floorboards, while regulars can't stop gossiping about the spectacle they witnessed. The infamous cake fight may have ended in a mess, but its impact lingers. The waitstaff now whisper about the night of the flying tiramisu, and some patrons even request the Poppy special, a slice of cake with a side of drama. The restaurant's reputation as a battleground for B&B's fiercest women is cemented, and everyone is waiting to see if round 2 will take place in the same hallowed halls. Sheila's smug victory and Poppy's quiet fury. Although Sheila Carter strutted away from the dessert-flinging duel with a self-satisfied grin, the true story is what's brewing beneath the surface. Sheila's public humiliation of Poppy wasn't just about that single moment, it was a calculated move to undermine her rival's confidence and reputation. Sheila relished every gasp from the crowd, every whispered rumor that followed Poppy out the door. Yet, while Sheila celebrates her apparent victory, she underestimates the depth of Poppy's resolve. Poppy's wounds aren't just physical or emotional, they're strategic. She's already plotting her next move, determined to reclaim her dignity and turn Sheila's triumph into her downfall. The battle lines are drawn, a war beyond words. The aftermath of the smackdown has left the B&B community polarized. Fans have taken sides, and even the show's characters are feeling the ripple effects. Some see Sheila as an unstoppable force, while others rally behind Poppy's underdog status. Social media is ablaze with memes and theories, and the hashtag #CakeGate trends for days. But beneath the surface, the real battle is just beginning. This isn't just a feud, it's a war for influence, respect, and control. Both women know that their next moves will define not only their own fates but also the future of those closest to them. Luna in the crossfire, a daughter's dilemma. Perhaps the most tragic figure in this ongoing saga is Luna. Caught between her mother's thirst for revenge and Sheila's manipulative schemes, Luna is forced to navigate a minefield of secrets and lies. The revelation about her paternity has left her reeling, and the fallout threatens to consume her. Luna's vulnerability is palpable, she's searching for stability, for someone to trust, but everyone around her seems to have their own agenda. Will she side with her mother, believing that Sheila is a toxic influence? Or will she be swayed by Sheila's cunning charm, risking everything for a chance at acceptance? Luna's journey is a poignant exploration of identity, loyalty, and the cost of family secrets. Poppy's revenge tour, strategy over strength. While Sheila is known for her explosive confrontations and ruthless tactics, Poppy's approach is far more subtle. She's not interested in public brawls or dramatic showdowns, her weapon of choice is strategy. Poppy is already laying the groundwork for Sheila's undoing, quietly gathering allies and information. She knows that brute force won't be enough to topple Sheila, instead, she's planning a campaign of psychological warfare. Every conversation, Every gesture is calculated to sow doubt and discord in Sheila's camp. Poppy's patience is her greatest asset. She's willing to wait for the perfect moment to strike, ensuring that when Sheila falls, it will be from a height she never expected. Deacon, the key to Sheila's downfall? One of Poppy's most intriguing strategies centers on Deacon, Sheila's most loyal ally and confidant. Poppy recognizes that if she can drive a wedge between Deacon and Sheila, she could leave her rival isolated and vulnerable. The possibilities are endless. Poppy might orchestrate a chance encounter at Il Giardino, using charm and wit to win Deacon's trust. She could subtly plant seeds of doubt, hinting at Sheila's past betrayals or suggesting that Deacon deserves better. Alternatively, Poppy might uncover a new secret from Sheila's past, using it as leverage to force Deacon's hand. The chessboard is set, and every move brings Poppy closer to her ultimate goal. Weaponizing Luna, a mother's risky gamble. But Poppy's most daring play may involve her own daughter. Luna, still grappling with the truth about her father and the chaos that nearly destroyed her, is at a crossroads. Poppy knows that her daughter's pain can be both a weakness and a weapon. If she can convince Luna that Sheila is the root of all her problems, that Sheila's presence is the reason she can't get close to Finn, Luna might be persuaded to sever ties with Sheila once and for all. This move is fraught with risk. Manipulating her own child could backfire, damaging their relationship beyond repair. Yet, Poppy is desperate, and desperation breeds boldness. Out-Sheilaing Sheila, turning the tables. Of course, Poppy is well aware of Sheila's reputation as the Queen of Chaos. To defeat her, Poppy may have to adopt some of Sheila's own tactics, framed crimes, staged breakdowns, secret recordings, and more. Imagine Poppy orchestrating a scenario where Sheila is caught red-handed, her every move documented and exposed. Or perhaps Poppy fakes her own emotional collapse, luring Sheila into a trap and turning the tables in spectacular fashion. The potential for double crosses and shocking reveals is limitless, and fans are already speculating about which classic soap tropes will be reinvented in this high-stakes battle. The stakes, more than just Luna. While Luna's well-being is at the heart of this conflict, the stakes are much higher. This is a battle for legacy, for reputation, for the very soul of the Forrester universe. Poppy and Sheila are fighting not just for themselves but for the future of their families. Every alliance, every betrayal, every whispered secret has the power to reshape the landscape of B&B. The ripple effects could extend far beyond Il Giardino, drawing in characters from every corner of the show and setting the stage for an epic showdown. Invented twists. What if the war escalates? Let's imagine the war escalating in unexpected ways. Perhaps Poppy enlists the help of a mysterious new character, a private investigator with a vendetta against Sheila. Or maybe Sheila, sensing the threat, strikes first, framing Poppy for a crime she didn't commit. The Forrester family could be drawn into the fray, forced to choose sides as old wounds are reopened. Even the city's media might get involved, turning the feud into a public scandal that threatens to destroy both women's reputations. The possibilities are endless, and every new twist adds another layer of intrigue to this already complex saga. Conclusion: the war is far from over. As we look ahead, one thing is clear: this battle is only just beginning. Poppy and Sheila are two of the most formidable women ever to grace the bold and the beautiful, and their rivalry promises to deliver some of the most unforgettable moments in soap history. Whether through cunning strategy, emotional manipulation, or sheer force of will, both women are determined to emerge victorious. But in a world where alliances shift and secrets never stay buried, anything can happen. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the latest B&B drama. Stay tuned for more spoilers, analysis, and behind-the-scenes insights as the war between Poppy and Sheila continues to heat up.